Hey, welcome back to the Bergerac channel. This is Jim, your humble host, and we're at the Hillsboro home. We're going to go back to the shop and show you a few things. All right, well, part of this Silver Condo project is making some really cool valances to cover up their long windows. So what we've done here is put some honeycomb in the center, epoxied it all together, and now we're covering both sides with thick Formica. So we're kind of working in a little bit of a cluster because we got a lot of different stuff on the benches here in the shop, but I'll show you a few things. But basically what we're doing is putting West System on both sides, kind of rolling it on. As soon as Eric gets the other side rolled out, I get this side finished up, we'll do a quick laminate, but we're having fun today. All right, so all the valances are glued up with West System, and the mic is on there. So we got that done. That was approximately 8 hours worth of time between doing the honeycomb, putting the plywood on, getting everything ripped up, epoxying that, running the stuff through the thickness sander, and then getting to this point. Now all the mica has to be trimmed down, they have to be squared up, and more work has to be done. So you can see kind of what goes into it. The whole concept with these, honeycomb's inside, it'll prevent the valances from warping. So honeycomb can't really do anything except add rigidity, stop a warping issue if it was just a flat piece of plywood. So we got another cool thing up here. All the pieces for the entertainment center have all been CNC'd, cut up. Now this is Baltic birch with a piece of mica on the inside, mica on the outside, which we had that laid up with West System. So what that'll do is, because it's close to the ocean, they'll have the sliders open and stuff, this will never warp up when it's all glued together and properly assembled. And then over here we have two boxes of shelves, and these shelf units came out pretty nice. So you can see everything's a little bit long now. This will be 45'd in the corner. These pieces will go in, but that's the beauty of CNC machine. It makes everything real accurate. All right, so we're gonna go back to the condo now and see what's happening there. All right, so what we've done is we need to put valances over the windows on both sides, and they're gonna have the V-groove in it. So we're gonna add a little bit more oak, and we needed to hang this from the overhead. So basically what that entailed was putting in a 1/4" aluminum angle that's 3x2. We had to trim all of the drywall that was over the concrete off the overhead, and then we glued it up with 5200. So it's up there for the remainder of my life. We'll go back and put some Hilti nails in it, and then we're going to incorporate the valances that we're making in the shop, and those will be lightweight, and then we'll put the oak on those. So we're getting along. So y'all remember me talking about the barn doors that we're going to install in front of the closet openings. So here they are in a raw form. We've got some more done in the master as well, but we had to basically cut the overhead out, the drywall, and put 3/4 plywood up in the overhead that we could actually hang the track from. Then our casings actually go up, the door trim, you go up and actually help support the overhead as well. This wouldn't work as just into drywall. As you can imagine, these doors are slightly heavy. So you can see the way these new doors are coming out in the same room. This actually has tape on the glass, and I'll show you one that doesn't have the tape on it. These are lights all the way up through, and this one's been primed. We got everything in primer and then cut it casings down. But one thing I can tell you is when you order stuff, either on the internet or whatever you do, I want to show you something. So we spent, well, it was a reasonable amount of money, I would think, on these doors. I got bids from 3 different companies, and they came out with the design that I requested. It's kind of like my design from a different version of something. This particular door is in the interim. It was primed twice, spray primer, and then it all had to be sanded and filled from all of the inconsistencies in the work. I mean, there's big DA circles and everything. So every one of these doors required a ton of work. So a little recommendation from Jim, spending a bunch of money, had these doors ordered out of Texas. There was 3 companies I could have chose from. We were doing it for turnaround, which turnaround didn't happen. It took 2 months longer, almost 3 months longer to get the doors than what they told us. Quality wasn't there. It would have been so much easier if I just bought a plane ticket and visited 2 or 3 of the factories that I wanted to go with and see what the end product was like. Something to keep in mind, if you can afford to get the doors, plane ticket's pretty cheap to make sure it doesn't cost you a lot of money on the other end. This is the way the doors look with 2 coats of primer on them before they get sanded. So you still see marks and issues, shatter lines. So they still have to be sanded one more time, primed, filled. But they swing really nice now, so it really adds to the, it's gonna add to the overall scheme of the place when you have everything light. So let's go take a look at one that we've actually had the masking paper pulled out of the lights, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you can see this one's also hung here. It's kind of cool. Can't see into the room, but it gives it a little bit more of an open feeling to it. And these looks nice. This is all new casings and a lot of new trim on some of these different doors. You can see we went with a square version, and I think it actually accents the squares in all of the doors. It's gonna look really trick when it's done. We got a bit more work to do, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. Oh, man, kill the light for a second, dude. Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, send us some comments, do whatever you all want to do, but we'll be back with some more progress soon. Thanks for watching. Get the hell out of here.